Hey there and welcome back to Expeditions on MudRunner Game, our Sunday special. Off we go directly towards the mud and, well, actually dry parts of Arizona. We are going to tackle the mission in order to preserve Arizona government. There is a unique building in this region. It was built a long time ago and is now gradually falling apart. We want to preserve it as long as possible and make it a tourist attraction. Let's start by monitoring the weather in more detail so that we have time to react. So what we do need though, we do need a mechanist, a specialist, a portable meteo station 2 times, we do need that, and they do recommend an off-road truck. Terrain, height differences and difficulties easy, distance is around 800 meters, I believe, from one another. Yep, off we go though, off we go, and we do unlock, well, $4,900 US, repayment 700, and we do unlock someone and probably a supply storage there. Now the challenges are: collect more than 4 items by the end of the session, take less than 55 damage from tire inflation, and complete an expedition. Alright, the first one is very important. We do need extra room, cargo bay room, for 4 extra items. Now the best thing about the step 310 SE version is that we have a lot of extra room though. So I would always recommend to get a jack screw, an anchor, and if you want you can have a double one here and there. But we do need the portable meteo station installed in a wide open spaces for weather, tracking and forecasting. We do need it 2 times though, they said, right? So there we go, it is free. Let's just take it double time. Sideboards, I would say extra fuel would be nice too. Spare parts probably will not be so bad to have also, and off we are, off we are. I'm kind of happy with this. A portable bridge, large. It does cost us a lot of money though, but here you go, here you go. Talking about extra money, we could do this in a different way with the fuel and of course, you know, the repair parts. By installing the emergency reserve M, medium, and of course installing miscellaneous also on the sides, we have extra fuel and extra fuel over there. We don't need more repairs though, because we never ever had issues with it, but of course that can always happen. We can also install a spare wheel mount over there, but I do like to have more clearance than what we normally have if we have that installed. As you can see, there's a big difference in height. There you go. And well, the camera doesn't want to go more down, but you can see already the difference though. We are going to hire Mike Nixon. Anchor, plus 5 supplies limit, 100% setup radius, that's very nice, plus 100%. And truck, minus 30% damage, except wheels. Yes, we have to be very careful with the wheels though. And off we go, let's get to work. We want to be right over there. Yeah, this is the closest one, which is nice. Let's get going. It's always nice to be back here. I don't know what it is. I think the graphic is a little bit more modern though than SnowRunner, isn't it? I really do think so. I think the engine is different too. Alright, let's put all-wheel drive on. Apparently I accidentally took out my off-road gear system though, so that one is on me. A little extra challenge, one might say. We have to keep our eyes open for, we could install a drone, right, you know, and just fly it around. But we want to keep our eyes open for supplies, because we do need 4, and look at that, that actually looks like an old, one might say, a watchtower, but kind of looks also like a windmill. And then I kind of remind myself that America has a couple of, yeah, you won't believe it though, but deep inland lighthouses. West Virginia has one. I mean, isn't that interesting? You know, like that's something that I would never expect, but there you go, there you go, you have it. Alright, wiggle the front. There we are, nice. Oh, it's getting a little bit tougher here. Yep, there we go. Life will be so much easier though with an off-road gear system, but that's alright, that's alright. That's just totally on me. And I do like the extra challenge, to be very fair with you. Or else it will just be a beautiful journey, right? You know, just to drive around and do a little things here and there. The landscape is absolutely fantastic. Our first destination we just arrived, which is very nice. It looks like a fork in the road. It's up to you where to go first. I think we are going up first though, because it's closer by, of course. And then we have to go that way. Once we are on top, we are going to scout around a little bit though, huh? Use the binoculars mostly and all. And by the way, let's change our tire gear right over there. Tire pressure. It's halfway right now, meaning it can climb all of this a lot easier. Let's put differential lock on too. It's really awesome to see, by the way, how different all of this actually feels, right? You know, with a different gearbox installed. I have a video online right now on my channel. I made it yesterday, publicized it yesterday too, that explains the different suspension types. And it is for SnowRunner, but it works the same in this game though, so keep that in mind. If you are not really sure which one to use or which is used for what, you can check that one out though. It will really help out a lot. Start scanning. Beautiful building. It's kind of... Oh, there we go. Try again. Bad luck indeed. But it's a very interesting building though, right in the middle of nowhere. Can you imagine what work this has to be? What back-breaking work, man. In the heat and all. Kind of sounds haunted though. Or is it just me, huh? Probably a remnant of the Spanish conquistadors or the Mexicans that moved into Arizona though, huh? Kinda has that vibe though, doesn't it? Ooh, yeah, my tire. Not very good there. Remember, we cannot take a lot of tire damage, because we will fail the mission. Best thing about this truck though, the sound of it though. It really feels the way how it sounds, right? You know, and by feeling I mean, of course, how we are exploring and how we are handling the truck. Different terrain movements. It really sounds just like the engine is revving. The resources are sufficient. Portable material station 2 times. Beautiful detail, by the way. There were some bolts at the leg, so we did bolt it in. Very, very nice. Devices, let's go with this drone for a second. Interesting. I do not really see anything over there, but I'm certain though that little island that we will check out later on. There's nothing around here. Let's play a little game though, huh? Who finds one of the supplies? The first though has to leave a comment. And there is one, by the way. Down there is one. Okay, I will keep looking around though. Oh, no, it's not. It's rocks. Oh no. Leave a comment. And you won, alright, you know? Let's see. I really don't see any. Don't tell me all of this is just empty land though, right? You know, that will be something else. Well, let's get out of here, or try to at least, without taking too much damage. Yeah, it's a tight fit around here though, I'm telling you. But I mean, if we cannot do this, can we call ourselves a trucker? I don't think so, I don't think so. I kind of feel comfortable that we don't have to climb the slopes to the left. Not with this gear at least, but we will have managed it though, right? Because of the anchors and all. At the same time though, you want to be smooth about it, you know? And not just fight for every little inch. Yeah, let's go to the left here and then we are going to the right. Just following the natural slopes. Yeah, a little bit further. It's going to be very interesting, by the way, to just find any supplies. At least from here though, from this angle. The other places already had some, but then again I have to say that Arizona is very, very empty with supplies though. Compared to little Colorado. That really fits the vibes though, man. This is bad lands. This is absolutely dangerous lands to be in. Kind of cool name, by the way. Think about it. Badlands. You know, not because it's ugly or anything like that, though, because it absolutely is not. It's beautiful, though. But the thing, though, is that it's just bad to try to survive here, man. Okay, I had to explore this little part. It's so cool to see that river over here, man. You know, like it's chock full of life. Fun fact, did you know that no, wait a minute. What is it called? Las Vegas. Somehow non-stop LA was popping in my head, but it's Las Vegas. I knew that LA was wrong though. But yeah, Las Vegas was actually popping off though, huh? 3 years after the air conditioner was invented. I mean, that's a very interesting thing, huh? How humans are. Oh, look at that, a desert. Yeah, let be. Ooh, air conditioner. Let's go to the desert. I love it. I love it. We humans are a strange species, aren't we? Yeah, we gotta climb over there. Let's see. We could go and try to do that over there. There might be a path to the left side, so we can do a ring around to Rosie. We do not fit through there. Okay, yeah, this one paid off. I almost wanted to use my anchor. Let's take a little look down there. There's nothing yet for us. A little bit further down there seems promising, though. Deliver. Yep. Mission complete though. And now we have to find, of course, you know, the 4 supplies. Collect more than 4 items by the end of the mission. Well, I did not read it like that. So we have to redo this though. But it's going to be easy peasy though this time. Oh yeah. Because we are definitely going to, how shall I say, be a little bit rougher right now though, and we are going to, how shall I say, be a little bit less worried about tire damage, you know what I mean though? Well, you gotta be kidding me. Right at the start though, we already have some supplies, which is absolutely fantastic, I have to admit. Absolutely fantastic. Now let's see, trade. Ooh, yeah, look at that. We could actually have saved a lot of money though with that Wens. Or actually, it's not a Wens, but yeah, that jack. We could have saved a lot of money, and I believe down here we could actually go down here and see what's up with that one. Information is powerful though, right? You know, we do need that big time. I will scout that one out a little bit in a second from top here. If it's just a mission, it's just a mission, you know what I mean though. If it's something else, then it's something else. Let's see, we can of course trade all of this. Cannot be transferred. We don't want to transfer it. There we are. Alright, 1500. 750. And this one, 1500. That is a beautiful window. That's a beautiful profit. I love it. Yeah, by the way, we do not have off-road with this truck yet unlocked. Or crawler suspension, which I really want though. Okay, that is that. Ah, look at that though, huh? They probably want us to build something there. Which I will do in my free run. Now, what do we have there though, huh? Devices. Binoculars. Aha, an upgrade. Well, my booty though, huh? Let's go and grab it. I'm going to show you this little down slope over here. It's a little bit rough, a little bit tough though. But by the way, okay, let's just hope that we can get down here later on. You know, like, well, up, not just down. Up is often more important than going down. Everybody goes down. It's just the way how you go down that matters. Is that one of those little stick man? No, it's a stick cacti. Look at that thing. Look at this little guy. Well, if my drone wants to go forwards, there we go. Look at that little guy, huh? It's a Bandito. Look at that. Nice. It's a dumb little Easter egg though, but I love it. I love it. It's charming. Yeah, we are definitely not going to leave Arizona without everything being 100% done. So, upgrades, upgrades, upgrades. And guess what? Even more upgrades. There are more than 100 upgrades around here though. And it kind of feels like we just find an upgrade per vehicle. Because, well, you gotta have to do that though, right? You know, if you have that many. But it also means a little bit like it's less... How shall I say? Less impactful. Unless you get that one that you really want. Yeah, this climb is going to be a little bit on the difficult edge though, right? You know, it's good that we have a race suspension. Hoppa, there we go. I love it though, man. Yeah, these trucks, they feel different than SnowRunner, but these are a little bit more realistic though, right? Because trucks are extremely powerful. High range, a high range gearbox with an increased gear count, top speed and fuel efficiency at the expense of lower strength. Alright, there you go. Now, yeah, you know, like in SnowRunner, the games are mostly made to be very, very difficult, right? You know, because you do want to have a challenge after all. But at the same time though, right, you know, you kind of want to have the realistic feel about it. And they are semi-realistic though, just the mud is extreme, you know what I mean? And a lot of other things are very, very extreme. Now, if we will just drive against this in SnowRunner, we will have a lot more damage than what we will have in here. Not just that, we will actually be sinking in rather deeply right now. And in real life, you don't sink in that extremely quick. But I have to say, that type of sand with all that water, yeah, that's a disaster for any truck though. But in general though, I do like that it gives a total different vibe from one another. You know what I mean? Because SnowRunner is the real tough off-road experience. And this one is more like those trucking competition challenges where you are going to go through, how shall I say, a lot of tough terrain, but not so tough. It's just a lot of obstacles and balancing, you know what I mean? I think we all have seen those shows. Still, you have to be a master trucker for those, right? You know, or master off-road trucker, let's just be more precise there. It's a whole different vibe that you can go for, but it's worth it though. It's worth it. I mean, I would love to have those skills, you know what I mean though? Let's go and grab this one, and let's see what's around the corner. There must be something nice there too, I suppose. It's Spare parts. Deliver 75. We do not have enough though, but we can actually do that later on, I would say. Spare parts might actually come in handy still. And so far, I don't think there's any over there, so... I kind of love it though, like with the spare parts, that we can actually build a bridge and all. And we definitely will do that. Instead of going directly towards your point right over there. We took a left turn, and over there we have something. I wonder what. Probably a little bridge or gap that we can make. I think we shall make it though, but I mean... It would have made more sense though to be over there, right? But I will take this challenge too. Let's just see if we can manage to do it actually, right? You know, let's put it in low gear with, of course, the differential lock on. Little honker for good luck, one might say. Oh, not sure how we did that one though, but okay, okay. Yeah, the nose is a little bit of an issue here, of course, of course. Maybe it would have been best to actually go in reverse here. Although we don't necessarily need to do it. God, I have to turn a little bit, you know. A little bit further to the right, so the left tire might get up. That's what I mean. And there we go. Yeah. It's a difficult thing though, but we will manage. We will manage. It's good that nothing down there will break. Very happy about that engineering, by the way. And the craftsmanship of the metallurgy, actually. There we go. Nice. Turn around a little bit. There we go. Oh yeah, beautifully done though. Masterfully, even if I have to say so myself. But man, that was something else though, huh? Without a winch and all. It's so easy to actually put the winch down there. There you go. Let's fix this one. I mean, 75, we can actually do it. Feels a little bit pointless though to do it in that location, because right behind us it's so much simpler to cross than what we go through over here. Yeah, this is meant for scouting then. We are being a scout right now anyway. So by the way, talking about scouting, maybe put this one a little bit up in the air. I think I do see something in the distance. Wishful thinking though. Yeah, it's called wishful thinking for a reason. Now, let's see. Anything around here? Beautiful location. Oh, we got something over there. Let's check it out. Let's turn around. Here we are. Way closer by than I thought, by the way. Yeah, the drone gives a very strange perspective, though. New objective discovered. An objective like that. A mission objective. Let's see. Show the task. Air delivery. Looks... What? Look where you're going. Exterior stickers. Recently, a new equipment was ordered by air delivery. But some of this equipment was blown into the water by the wind and carried away by the current. Help us find it. I don't think so. Not right now, though. Not right now. Once we, you know, these little things I kind of want to do though, right? You know, directly. If you know me, you know that I work like that. But the thing is, if we do it in free roam, we can hire a couple of specialists here and there. Especially the management though. And make a lot of extra money, you know what I mean? A lot of it. And that's really good. That's real good stuff. Because right now though, it's just a lot of money of investment with a little return of it. And I want a massive return of investment. So we have to do multiple missions here and there. Just to make it worth, you know. I kind of wonder, by the way, would you call expeditions more casual than SnowRunner? it has a lot of more casual vibes though, like pure exploration, easier mud traversal, and everything else. But there are some things that are a little bit tougher and rougher about it too, right? You know, because you cannot really pre-plan your next mission. You have to drive to location again. And money management here is actually way tougher, although you do earn a lot of more money too, right, at the same time. But the thing though is, right, you know, it doesn't really translate one-to-one. Imagine SnowRunner where I finish a mission and all my trucks do reset. Yeah, that is actually expeditions, right? So, oh, well, same location almost. Let's go back there again though. You know, and then I have to rehire out there some supplies. Nice. And then I have to rehire everybody again, and it costs me a couple of thousands or a couple of hundreds. You know, like, it just keeps stacking on, and you really have to pre-plan a little bit more. So with the paperwork economics, right, the logistics on paper, it is more hardcore. But with everything else, it is way more chill though. I don't feel any tough planning here, you know what I mean though? Like, yeah, I don't know how to say it, but you know what I mean? It is so much more chill. It's pure exploration and discovery, and you know, it feels great because of that. It really, really does. It feels like something else, because it is. I think we are going to explore a little bit further that way. We have plenty of gasoline, and once we do arrive back home, we can actually buy one gas tank or something like that for some extra diesel. Fuel her up and complete the mission. But yeah, you know, like, that is what I noticed though. Because SnowRunner, oh yeah, if something goes wrong there though, you know, you can actually literally add a couple of hours of gameplay on one mission, you know, by recovery alone, especially on hardcore. Or if you're going to play like I do in semi-hardcore, like, recoveries are a must, of course. But we also have, you know, the go back to garage recovery. So, but if I do tip over or something, I do recover with another truck. We have seen that many times, and it just keeps on going like that. But at the same time, right, you know, if you think about it, like the mud, the climbs, the damage, everything there is just so much more difficult. And I love it. And I love that difficulty behind it. And it's a real Dark Souls of trucking. Oh, we got another bridge there. Maybe... Nah, we have scrap though. We cannot really repair this one, sadly. Let's see. Deliver, yeah. Kinda had to stock up on it. We could go around it, to be fair with you. Like down there through the river, maybe. Yeah, I don't think that's too deep. We have more supplies already, but I kind of want to keep exploring, you know. Let's see, how deep do we get? Oh, yep, dangerous level. I just go through it. Okay, not that dangerous. It's good that we have a snorkel. Get on with it. Alright. And of course we do not have any of this. And that's the best thing about it, right, you know? If we had that in SnowRunner, to be fair with you, I think it will be too easy with a lot of missions. Really? We are not getting out of there? Oh, there we go. I just want to say that. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. What are we on? What were we stuck on though, I wonder, right? But yeah, anyways, it is so much simpler. And even the tipping in SnowRunner is way tougher than here. And it's not like, oh, it's a good game, it's a bad game, right? You know, we are not comparing that. It's just the vibe that we are comparing. And that's the important thing, though, right? Because it caters to two different audiences. That actually overlaps. Don't get me wrong with that. But it's like you're playing a game, let's say a medieval game, where you're going to, go with sword aboard or a two-hander. You know what I mean? Or Instead of a sniper rifle, you're taking an assault rifle in Call of Duty. You know, that type of differences. Nothing else. Just a different flow of gameplay. Let's do a little bit of scouting here. Here we go. Yeah, so far nothing there, huh? Took a while to find another one. Yeah, I don't think we can see anything from here. But if I have to guess... Oh, do you see those little figures? They are pointing to the left here. So I do believe them that we have to go to the left. And there's something over here too. Like, oh, look at those bones there, man. Interesting. Like timber stacked up though. I have to say though, the beautiful views here keeps me locked in. Like, there is just so much to explore around here. But it's not just that though, it's also like the way how we are going to conquer it, but also the aesthetics of the map itself. And Arizona does look like this, not everywhere of course, but it has these canyons and everything, and I really am fascinated by it. I have to say though, I have to blame a little bit of Fallout New Vegas about that too. Right, you know, played the game back in the days when it launched broken, and I have to say though, it did break me too, because I fell in love with the landscape, and I did some research though, right? IRL comparison to the locations and all, and I have to say, I do dig that vibe though. I really, really do. And the weird thing about it is, the Hoover Dam Lake did dry up, right, you know? And there are some Fallout references with that too, although it had happened way before, but it was always speculations, and he didn't find anything, but later on he did find quite a lot of mob related stuff too, right? You know, think about barrels with cement in it and all. But yeah, that's the darker side about Fallout, but with all of those videos, right, you know, that you can find, yeah, I had a good 1-to-1. Actually, it should be a 1-to-2, because a 1-on-1 is actually real life, but maybe I will be going there too one day, right, you know? At least I'd hope so. Can we do this one before we tip? Yes, we can do indeed. No, I will not be trying that though. I will not be trying my luck in SnowRunner like that, for real. Oh, I do see something over there. Tents? Alright, well, we are definitely going there though. That's the first sign of life that we do have encountered so far. And sign of life for me is a sign of possible supplies. Because there's a whole lot of demand for me there. Now, unless there's something around here, which I doubt. Oh, by the way, right, you know, we have to drive back to our garage. But you also have something for around $1,700 that you can buy. And with that you can actually put it in there. It's a GPS and you directly sell everything. That's a very nice little thing to have too, by the way, I have to say. So once we are going to do 100% free roam, meaning that we are going to finish and wrap everything up that we have not touched before. I hope that I do remember though, right, you know, that we can actually buy those. Because that will help us out an immense amount of time. For real though, because going back and forth when you're doing 100% is a little bit on the obsessive part now, isn't it? Alright, let's take the little rougher one over here, although intuition might say don't do it because you might take a lot of damage. But you don't get stuck there at least. Oh boy, oh. Let's put her in low gear. Differential lock on. Yeah, this is going to be a rather difficult one. I kinda am in the mood to put an anchor down just in case. I think that I have to do it. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Handbrake's on. Let's go grab this. Yep. Come on, where is it? Where is it? Can we just do it like this? Yes, we can, sir. Hoo-wee. Now I'm going to pull. Oh, no! No! Oh, yeah. Oh. Just as intended. Just as intended, though. Ay. It would be fun if we could actually lift ourselves up here. Wouldn't that be... That would be the weirdest thing ever. Oh. Slowly on, my boys. We can do it. Come on. Yeah, just go put that nose up, though, in the air. Just put it up, though. I'm not going to give up with this, though. You know that, right? Let's see. Yeah, we cannot really zoom out. But as you can see, so can I. That one might be a little bit too tough and rough for us, but there's a little bit on the side. I'm not going to give up. We are definitely going to go there. What about here, huh? You know what I mean? Yeah, but we have to find sand. That is the issue. And we cannot reach it. Well, let's go back up there. And let's find a way, right? You know, we will definitely do it. No biggie at all. Take 2. By the way, we are running out of fuel. I just did fuel ores up again. We really have to make this or hightail home again. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This is the toughest thing ever though, huh? Oh yeah. Come on. Oh, it just snaps though, huh? It just snaps. Now, we do have another option around here, and that is this right over here. Can we actually turn it around a little bit? Yep, there we go. I mean, it's a little bit cheesy, but it is not, it is not. It's just a jackhammer, though. I mean, well, not a jackhammer, but you know, it's just a jack. We can do it. We can do it. Oh, it's fun, though. It is fun. Oh yeah, look at that. We are not powerful enough for that, and not heavy enough to break that dead tree's branch. Or this dead tree. That means that it is actually a very light truck. So we could actually lift it up, you and I. After all, we are very strong men now, aren't we? We can easily do this. Now, hopefully those happy campers do have a happy little diesel canister for us. Not sure why randoms would just have diesel with them. But that's alright. We will just pretend that the gasoline is diesel. Oh, it's all the way over there though. That ain't good. That ain't good. And there we go. We got a little friend over there pointing us to the right direction. Come on, keep on going. Got need for speed around here. There you go. I just love it that the high gear is not really thrown out by stalling or engine directly. Oh yeah, we gotta be very careful though with the tires. I had to remind myself. Although we don't need to do that objective anymore because we already have done it once. Right? We still want to be a little bit loyal to the objectives. That's the power of differential lock, my friends. That is the power of differential locks. Absolutely necessary. Just climbing those rocks over there while we could not even move. Oh yeah. Oh no, they don't even have supplies with them. I hope these people are fine though, right? You know, you don't want to be stranded in the middle of freaking nowhere. Oh wow, what is this? That's it. Oh, look at that. We all know that little snout, now don't we? I don't want to drive over it, you know. Oh no. Well, let's keep this be. Let's drive to the garage ASAP. We have enough supplies anyways, I believe. If not, I will just suffer the heat a little bit longer. Put the aircraft truck on, although it won't work though. So yeah, you know, like, whoa. There we go. It won't really work to keep us cool, so pedal to the metal for a little bit of wind. You know, the best thing about these types of deserts is that the humidity is absolutely zero. You know, well, that will not be good. But you know what I mean, right? You know, it is absolutely on the lower side. Now, where I'm living, though, we have 60% plus humidity in summer, 0 winds. That means never one summer that I had was actually very nice to be in. Because you cannot, well, even if you sweat, you do not cool off because the temperature around you is so wet and so warm that you don't cool off because of it. And we don't live in a culture. What is? Okay, I thought there was a weave around there, but nope. You know, like we are living in a culture where air conditioners are just a luxury that makes you soft. You know what I mean, though. Although they are getting a little bit more popular because people do get a little bit softer, one might say. Yeah. Alright, see you at the garage. It really seems like we just arrived in the nick of time though. Let's go in high gear. Hopefully we do have enough there, right? You know. Yeah, these tire damages though. They are a little bit painful, I do have to admit that. Oh, look at that, it's even more damage. Oi, calm down, big boy. These tires though, they are taking a lot of a beating right now. Alright, let's see. We can sell... Oh, wait a minute. There we go. We can sell this, and this right now, which is absolutely fantastic. I kind of would love to have some extra fuel around here, though, I have to admit. And we could technically fix the bridge up too. These are all spare parts though, let's not forget about that either, right? You know, like, we could fix the brake downstairs, you know what I mean? But will we have enough gasoline? I don't know. Neither do I care too much about that. So I think we kind of want to build the essential storage right now too. So we have a little bit more. 200 will be enough, but let's go grab a couple more here. There we go. Very nice. We can store quite a lot of this though, which is very, very nice. There we go. We have everything that we do want. And maybe we could even go and grab another vehicle building over here. Not the warehouse though, which is very nice. Store items from the inventory in between deployments. We could actually get one of these. You know, like allows the fast transportation of a transportation of a vehicle to the location of any other vehicle on the map in exchange for fuel. Which is actually pretty decent to have, by the way, I might say. But it is alright. Let's go downstairs and let's see if we can find anything over there though, because did we get enough? I don't know. It's always nice to build bridges though. Always nice. Doesn't matter how many bridges you build though. You do one bad thing and you will always be remembered for that one bad thing though, huh? There you go. Look at that. Only 150 spare parts. Whoever... Why would he ever make a bridge like that? You can blame me for it because we are the one that actually built that one though, right? But why not in one line? Oi, 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 oi. You know what I mean? What was stopping us to put it just right in front of us? You know what I mean, though? Come on, we can do this. And that is what I mean, though. Like, why would you ever install something in this way? I mean, wow, I'm just flabbergasted, though. Which for the extra challenge? No, you're installing this. You should not put an extra challenge for yourself and you don't get paid for it, right? You know, we are working for people around here. You know? It's like, you know, you're being hired as someone who's painting homes, right? You know, and you only say to yourself, well, today I can only do it with a toothbrush. Now look at that. Yum, yum, yum. We found it, though. It's right around the corner there. Let's go. Yeah, I had a feeling it should not be this easy, right? You know? Oh, boy. Whenever I'm getting happy, though, right? You know how it is. Let's go, let's go. Can we do it? I think we can do it, though. But it's going to be very risky. Especially on our way back, I might say. We might need to get ourselves an anchor around here to pull her further in. Right over here. Anchor, 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 just like that. Keep them pulling though, my boy. Yeah, we kind of had to push it in front of us to be very fair with you. Now there's another trick if we just do put it behind us. And if we put it behind us though, the best thing about actually is that we can push ourselves forward. Technically it should be working, but that should be working too right there. Ay, 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 ay. So close, yet so far. Yeah, there's no way that we can go through there. So let's do it in this way. There we go, there we go. Much easier though, huh? Way tougher terrain, way more difficult though in all aspects. But sure, no biggie. Let's just go and do it. Oh boy. No, 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 no. Yeah, steer to the left, big boy. Why are we... No, everything is going wrong here. Everything is going wrong here. Different buttons and all. Oh, no. 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 Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Now, that's kind of embarrassing though, but it's good that we don't need anything right now. You know, like... What is going on? Do you hear that sound? Yeah, the winch is still going up, but we don't need a jack right now, so that's good. We only have 1 out of 2. Just connect it to there. There we go. Okay, the sound is gone. Nice. There we go. Yeah, always climb with differential lock on though. Ay, 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 ay. What a side mission, by the way, right? You know, and all of this with just minimal tire wear, technically. There we are. Let's go grab all of this. Sure. Pour it all in, though, huh? There we go. Alright, now let's make our way back. Let's deliver that. And then definitely we have delivered more than 4 objectives. We had some other parts, though, here and there, right? You know? But I don't think the count. I'm not sure. Now this is definitely 4 out of 4, alright? So we don't have to doubt about that at all. By the way, I think to there's actually a shortcut too. But anyways, let's go like this. Then we are going to go like this. Like this. Alright, now let's see though. And it doesn't really count still, but I'm sure that if we deliver right now, we will just manage that though. So let's go off this way, off to our last destination. We already have shown it though, so let's go towards it. And let's just deliver the mission though, huh? And here we are, moment of truth. Moment of truth indeed. Now, did we do it though? Did we do it? Yes, we did. Oh, yeah. I think we would have been done already quite a while before. But it's good that we actually did make the bridge and that we also did discover a little bit more though, right? You know, that we did need to. Reset process. Upon returning to the headquarters, the progress of ongoing contracts and tasks will be reset. Are you sure you want to return to the headquarters? Yes, we do indeed, because we are done though. We are done indeed. Alright, not bad, not bad. What is up next though? The breaking bread, huh? Breaking bread. Well, we are going to do this one in the next one. Stay happy, stay healthy. See you in the next Sunday. And yeah, man, you know, like, I had a great time. We really did explore almost all of the southern part there, which is pretty decent though, I have to say. Pretty decent indeed. That is some real good intel to have, by the way, if you think about it. Well, I mean, you know, like the central path though, around here, right? You know, we went here, we went here we went, right? You know, we did not explore this little part. This is where the tower is. Then we went over here too. We have the bridge, which is very nice. We explored this little bit. Now we have to explore that. So that's already a very nice step up though for the next turn. And then we did explore all of this over here. This little part, we went there. And we went like this part. And then we went like that. We did not explore this part or this part or this side. But I mean, that ain't much either. And we can do that later on. So yeah, see you later. Bye bye. Have a wonderful time. I really appreciate you. And take good care of yourself. Bye bye.